Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a brand new video where today we're going to be doing day 26 of Horror October 2022. And the film that we're going to be talking about today is a film by an amazing director who I have really come to appreciate a lot, an Italian director who's made many giallo films, Dario Argento. And this film is actually a brand new film of his. Well, I mean, it's from 2022. Dark Glasses. So it's good to see Dario Argento back. I mean, he's been making movies for so long, since at least, I want to say the early 70s he started making movies, maybe even the late 60s. Not positive on that. But yeah, he's been making movies for a long time. And then he makes a movie in 2022, absolute respect to the guy. And this film was enjoyable. Like, I had a good time with it, and it had a certain way about it that felt like Dario Argento, and it had a certain quality to the horror that felt like Dario Argento really put a lot of care into making this a solid horror. So I would say the score is good, the horror that gets created is good, there's good suspense with these characters trying to survive. Cinematography is really good. And yeah, just the different situations they find themselves in, it's all makes for a pretty fairly enjoyable film. I will say I think it's not nearly as good as anything else I've seen him do, compared to Deep Red, Inferno, and Suspiria. Those are the three other movies of his I've seen, and Phenomena. So yeah, all those movies are definitely better than this. Just because I feel like the characters in this are very underwhelming, underwritten. They're not very well developed. I feel like they're very bland characters in this, who I don't really take any real interest in. I feel like they're just very plain, especially this main character who becomes blind, where essentially this film is about a girl who goes blind and has to try to find um, survive and find a serial killer. So yeah, it's it, it's honestly just overall kind of underwhelming with what it has going for a story, as far as this murder situation, and it just feels like there could have been more to it as far as that story goes. Like, I do appreciate Dario Argento putting a sort of modern spin on this. Even though technically you could call this a giallo film with it meets the criteria for being serial killer and murder mystery and whatnot. But there is a sort of a modern spin on it. And I do like that. But I feel like when you compare it to his other movies, it could have had more to it, just as far as having a better plot overall. And some of the things that happen, including the ending, just feel a little forced on, or they feel off in how and what they decide to do, as far as the story, especially this kid that this main character gets involved with, um, how they get his character involved with the story, feels off. I mean, I guess you can just attribute all of this to some of the writing being a little you know. But at the end of the day, this is Dario Argento, and he is just great at creating solid horror, and suspense. So it certainly lacks in some areas, but I gotta give credit where credit is due and give this movie a 7 out of 10, because I still think it's enjoyable enough with him at the helm. And I'm glad he was able to do that. This film is on Shudder, by the way. If you guys want to watch it, I was actually looking for it for a long time, and had been wanting to watch it for a while. You know, being that it's a Dario Argento film made in 2022, which is just like wild to think about. So yeah, I'm glad I watched this. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video though, and I'll see you guys in the next one.